What's the first step?
Hello, thank you for joining me today. We're going to do a workout video in my home. We have, I guess, a couple of people who are going to join us. This is Susie, my dog, and then Ruby, my youngest daughter here. So we'll try not to be super distracting, but let's go ahead and get started. You can do the moves, as you know, standing or in a chair, whatever works best for you. Nice tall posture, chin lifted. Let's take a big, deep breath in, reaching up. Inhale through our nose and exhale down. So our warm up today, we are going to focus on our brain and do some movements. Hopefully mine works for you and we don't mess up too much. Let's begin. Same arm, same leg. Even if you're standing, we're tapping out in front. Same arm, same leg. And we will be switching and doing different things. As long as you continue to move, that is okay. I'm going to be staying in my chair for most of the stuff in the warm-up. I will stand up for others to show you. Let's reach up towards the ceiling. Still same arm, same leg. But just how we are in the room right now, if I stand up, my head gets out of the picture almost. So we'll have to be aware. Same arm, same leg still. Out to the side, reach and open. I want you to open as big as you can. Our warm-up's gonna be a little bit slower. We're about 120 beats per minute. The reason is I want us as big as we can. We don't stay here, open, as long as you're not hitting anything around you or any other person, we want it as big as possible. Keep the toes going out to the side. Arm is gonna press across. Everything stays still, just pressing straight across our body. I like to have that palm like we're pressing something away from us. Let's bring it to a march. If you have the ability, let your arms swing. If you have arms in your chair, you can keep them and make them small. But the more we can bring motion into our shoulders, the better. Let's come up onto our tippy toes, only on the toes of our feet. Change this, flip it to heels only. As we are marching, those feet are still coming up. We want to try to be quiet. Let's march this forward and all the way back. One more of those. Forward we go. All the way back. Tap our heels in front. This time, opposite arm presses forward. Again, I'm taking that palm, pressing it in front. Notice as I do this, I'm pulling my other arm back. If I stand, it is a swing. You see, I lose my head here. So I'm going to stay in the chair. Ruby, you can stay standing if you'd like. Arm up to the ceiling. It's that opposite arm and leg. Some of us, this might feel more comfortable. Others, our brain is going to have to work instead of doing the same arm, same leg. Taking it out to the side, opposite, open. See, even if you don't get it, you're still moving. Changing this slightly, legs stay the same. We're going back to same arm, we're pressing across our body. So if my right leg is moving, my right arm is moving. This is gonna start some brain action here. We're gonna angle up and across our body. Notice I'm in singles, so I go right and left. Change this angle to down. These are our movements, up and down. We're going to add some double movements to it. So when we go up, we're going to do twice each side before we switch. One more here, twice up, 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 up. Stay with doubles, up. One more each side of these doubles. Singles down, stay down. We're going to combine that. Doubles up, singles down, join me. Doubles, Singles down. Doubles up. Singles down. Last one of those, doubles up. Singles down and march. We're gonna come back to that in a little bit, but I want our brain working. Nice big movements. Arms swinging if you can. If you're standing, that's great. Your right leg is going to lead. Your right leg is gonna lead. We're going out and in. And those steps. 3, 2, 1. Out, out, in. Whether it be standing or in a chair, make them big. And try to smile when you're doing it. Get these arms up. Make it look like a big star.
Or make it look like a crab.
A crab. 2 more. Last one. March in place. Tap to the side. Going back to the top of this, press across our body. I'm not going to break it all the way down. We're going up and down. This time singles to the left, doubles to the right. Let's go. Doubles, singles, doubles, singles. I didn't explain it, now you know. Doubles, so we go right, left, right for 2, left for 1. Up, up, up. Down, down, down. 2 more rounds. Oh no, I think I said 1 more here. Ah, told you, my brain has to work too. Now we get a march. Same concept, opposite side, double to the left, singles to the right. We're going up to both sides and down to both sides. Get our toes tapping. 3, 2, 1. Extra 1 because we're going doubles. Single, double, double, single. Double, single, double, double, single. Pattern building. You're still moving your body. You're still getting warmed up. That's what this is. But I want to make sure our brain is working as well. Last one. We're marching after this. Heels only. Right leg leads, forward, back, forward. If you're standing, obviously you can't do heels only, you're gonna fall over. But it's a forward and back step. As I said, I'm just staying in my chair. Make the steps as big as you can when you're standing. 2, last one, stay in place, lift and touch our heel. Touch that heel in front of you, touch that heel in front of you. So if you're standing, we stay tall, leg comes up to meet that hand. You can reach that opposite hand up to warm up. Again, big movements. Bring it down for me. Side step. I'm going to go to my left, so I step and tap, step and tap. Standing, arms are sweeping underneath, because if you're in your chair, your knees get in the way. We bring it straight across our body. Luckily, Ruby's in a small chair that I'm not going to smack her in the head. I go right above her. Take this heel in front. So it's a side step with a cross. Again, I'm coming back down so I'm not chopped off at the head. Change it, stay in a side step, curl everything up. Even though I am in a chair, I'm still going to bring some lateral movement into my torso. So I'm going to lean a little bit. I'm bringing my heel up as close as I can, because if I'm standing, lateral movement with my torso. I maybe should have had a little bit better a setup so I could be both standing and seated, but it works. Bring it to a march. Lift our knees. Let's lift them higher, touch underneath. lift and touch. If we can, even standing, we're gonna lift and reach. Extend that leg out. You're kicking that leg, I'm lifting and kicking. Whether it be here or trying to touch, we lift and kick. If I'm too fast, slow it down, but we reach. Add more rotation. Get our torso working a little bit more.
And if you can't do it, just try again.
Bring it back down. Side step to the right, step and tap. Arms, big rainbows. We're gonna double this up. So we're gonna have 2 steps to the right. Even if you're in your chair, we make them smaller and make it there. Arms are gonna change into double circles. Join me when you can. Double step, arms up and over. The headless monster here. I'll shrink it down.
I'm shrinking it down. I'll get that.
Yeah, don't sit down. You'll fall over.
Yeah, I know. I'll get that.
March. Left leg gets to lead. If you're in your chair, toes only. If you're standing, flat feet, we go out, out, in. Start small, make our movements bigger, and then at the end, if we can, reach up nice and big. Two. Last one. In. Tap the heels. Arms swing all the way through. As big as we can, behind us, in front of us. We can even bend and sink down into this. Rest it. Big deep breath, hinge forward, lift up, and exhale down. One more inhale, and exhale down. This, we have 4 moves. We're gonna go through, we're gonna repeat twice. No weights, no bands, nothing needed. Posture work for our upper body, large muscles for our lower body. Number 1, YTWs. So what this looks like is we're gonna make the letter YTW. Bring our hands out in front of us. If I turn, my shoulders will fold back. My chin is back, great posture. Thumbs pointing behind, a Y, a T, we squeeze, and then a W, thumbs pointing back. Come back together again, lift. So now you get to see almost the entire family. You can see the top of my cat's head now too, as she's roaming around. As I've told many of you, it's a zoo at my house with the kids and the animals and the husband and myself. Wouldn't change it any other way though. Really squeeze, pinch shoulder blades. We're gonna do 1 more of each, pull down. So make sure thumbs go as far back behind us in the Y. We open all the way out to a T position or even farther. And then the W, I'm gonna come sideways again. See my elbows are coming behind, I'm squeezing. Rest it down. We'll do that set again. Now you know what to do. You can feel that. Next ones are either squats or power ups. If you're powering up, we're coming off. We're slowly coming back down. Powering up, slowly coming back down. Even if you just get an inch up, we come back down. If you're doing squats, you can stand, squat to that chair and down, or you can squat below that chair and back up. Toes are pointed out. Notice my knees come out to the side and up. They don't collapse in, they open. I am wearing leggings, so you get to see a little bit more of my legs and my movement. Whatever it is, whether a power up and a slow down or a full squat, like Ruby here. I hope your form's better than hers, but We do our best, right? Last one. Rest it, rest it. External rotation. If you had weights and you wanted to use them, you could, or a band here, but my palms are facing up, thumbs are pointing out, elbows squeeze, shoulders down, external rotation, stick your chest out, come back in, squeeze. You should feel your chest all opening up. Feel the rib cage press forward as we pinch our shoulder blades together. Two more. Last one. Postural movements. They seem easy, but they're great for us. Next one that we have is hip hinge. I'm going to stay in my chair, but you can stand. We're doing alternating legs. I'll start with my right. I lift. I step as wide as I can out. Notice I'm still. I step back in. Same thing. Opposite leg. Out and in. Spine is tall and straight. I am not dropping my leg heavy. I am light and quiet. You cannot even hear my foot touch. To be honest, when I'm in my chair, I am barely letting my foot hit my carpet before I come back up. I'm going to stand. I'm going to be out of it a little bit, but I open, touch, back in. Body stays tall. You've seen it standing. I'm sitting back down. If you are getting out light in and out, I am sorry. I feel like my screen is going dim and then really bright. Last one. Rest it from the top. YTWs. Extend your arms, pull back. It won't be as many. Good base. Belly in. Lift to a Y. Elbows straight. Pull those hands back together. T. Open up as wide as we can. Shoulder blades pinch. Together, that W is here and down, so it looks like a W. We have 3 more of each move. Make sure you squeeze at the down or the movement of each one. Otherwise, we're just doing range of motion with our shoulders, but I want postural work. I want to feel those muscles opening and working. Last one, each one. And rest.
And if you're tired and you want to get a drink, you can do it while you're resting.
We're squatting or we're power up. Power up or that squat. Again, a squat, knees stay in alignment. My hips are going back. I'm sitting in that chair, I come back up. Four. Last one. Arms into external rotation, palms facing up, elbows tight, lift, squeeze, open up. Are you feeling tired and like you need a drink? No. One more. Hip hinge, hip hinge. Stay still. Try to not let those shoulders move. Nose and belly button stay in the same location. It's a much easier in your chair staying that way. Standing, you're going to want rotation. Fight against it. Find something to stare at, whether it be me or something that doesn't move, and keep it still. Lengthen through our spine. One more each side. Get it as high and external rotation. We're doing the same thing with our hip we just did with our shoulder. Rest it. Block 1 is done. Block 2, 4 new moves, the same thing we just did. We have arm circles, lunges, rows, and lifts. So begin with arms out, palms facing up. Palms facing up, we are doing back circles. Elbows straight, medium-sized circles. Rest it, palms down, forward medium-sized circles. So I tell a lot of you, we do not do forward shoulder rolls. We can do forward arm circles because the arms are moving. I am not shrugging into this forward action. My shoulders are staying back the entire time. Last one, rest it. Legs. This is going to be a move if you are in your chair and have to stay in your chair. It is a reverse lunge or a step back where I'm opening my hip flexor. I stay tall and I recover. One side at a time. So I'm just doing this side. I step, recover. If I'm lunging, I step, recover. Notice I get in the same position as if I'm in my chair. I press into my heel to come back up. Two. Last one. Switch sides. Same thing. Step, recover. So if you don't have a ton of room in your chair, anything you can do to open up and drop this leg down, press it back. So when I'm in my chair, I am pressing against that carpet as much as I can to get some resistance up and back. Obviously not enough that it gives me carpet burn. Two more. Last one. Rest it, come back to center. Rows. Whether I'm standing or in a chair, I am here. Palms are facing forward, so I do a slight hinge. I pull, palms facing down, open back up. Working your shoulders to open, close. If you would rather act like you're holding on to something, same movement. Notice my elbows are squeezing together behind me. They are not coming out. I squeeze, squeeze.
And if you see a little distraction, that's just our dad or our pet.
Two more. Last one. Rest it from the top. Arm circles. We're going to start palms facing down. We're going to do our forward arm circles first. Medium-sized arm circles. This is a perfect time if you have a mirror to look at, as long as you're not hitting somebody, about imbalances with their shoulders. I have imbalances with my shoulder. One arm moves a little bit better than the other. Flip it, palm facing up, reverse back. Not only do I feel the difference between my two shoulders, I see the difference in the movement and the just fluidity of it. Last circle, rest, reverse lunges, take the side, step, recover. Keep tall. Again, if you're standing, we press. Notice as I step back, I try to be here. I'm not hinging and putting the weight on just on that leg. I'm unloading and recovering. One last one. Switch right away. Balance is an issue. You can hold on to your chair. You haven't done anything. One last one. Come back to center. Oh, I missed something. That's okay. Rows, forward, pull. I said this round had 4 movements and I only did 3. That's okay. Two more. Squeeze. One more. Squeeze. Rest it. Let's shake it out. Feel how those feel. We're going on to our last little bit here. It's going to be some core work. We have just 2 moves. We're going to do a lean back and hold to work our rectus and then we're going to work a little bit lower into our lower abdominals. Going to give you options for these, but I want you at the front of your chair. If you do not have a chair, you can be on the floor, but this one you cannot really do standing. Feet are flat, they stay flat. Arms are straight out in front of you. Straight spine, we lean back and hold. Feel the abdominals work. We're gonna hold here for a little bit. We either stay and hold, we get to the point where your abdominals want to shake. If this is too easy, you can lean farther back, but you need to not have a C curve, it's straight. You can lift your arms up. Longer leverage, it's gonna be harder. Let's come back and back up. We're gonna do a few of these before we switch. So the same concept, I'm gonna lean. This is gonna be different because my chair is here. Arms are out in front, straight spine. Lean back as far as you can. Neck stays in alignment, it doesn't tuck down. Arms can be forward. Arms, I can tell you, I have to come a little bit farther up when I come up because I can feel it. The other option is you come out to a T position and I'm shaking. I'm holding and breathing. Belly is in. 3, 2, 1, back up. One more of those. One more of those. Wherever you feel, up or out where those arms are, but you should feel those abdominals shaking to try to keep us. But what I don't want, C curve. Notice how my tailbone's tucked underneath. I stay straight and I lean back. Join me. Lean and hold. Chin is lifted. We breathe. Find the arms of where they want to be. Your choice. Belly in. Smile and enjoy it. Or you can flutter somewhere in between. And let's come back up. This next one, I'm going to give lots of options for wherever you can find. We're going to try to work our lower abdominals. What we can do is a lift, a push, a pull, a down, and alternating, staying tall. This is our base movement, and this is by far going to be the easiest. You're going to get the hip flexors. You're going to press and extend, work our lower abdominals, come back in. You can add a lean back with it if you need to. Option 2, I can't do it that way. Lean against the back of your chair and do heel drops. This is going to be a little bit more advanced, and even with this one, you can ease it up or you can make it much more difficult. Sorry, you get to see the bottom of my feet. I should have put socks on. Last one, we're not leaning against anything and we're heel dropping. Lower abdominals, pull it in. Wherever you find, and if you're not moving yet, start moving. Wherever you want to be, it can be any of those options. This is a modified kind of low boat to high boat. We can do heel drops. Rest it, come up. Let's extend. We're going to do one more round of those because I don't know how many you did. You maybe did 100, you maybe did 5. And drop it down. Last one round. We're aiming for about 10, and then we're going to stretch. She had my note of our exercise class, and she asked me what we missed. I said we at least missed one thing. Heel drops, join me when you're ready. So whatever you want. And that is my 10, so I am done. We're done with our block. Let's take a big deep breath. And exhale. One more big deep breath, and we're ready to stretch. We're starting with our legs. So we are going to turn to the side. I'm going to turn. Just like those lunges, I'm going to drop down. The difference is I'm going to stay here, tuck my tailbone up underneath. And then from here, if you're comfortable, stay here. If not, reach and lean. I'm reaching my fingertips towards the wall behind me. Come back up, switch to the other side. I'm assuming many of you know if you're standing, you can grab and hold. We're trying to stretch the front. Look at that balance. Back up, center yourselves. Leg out in front. Dig the heel into the ground, toes pulled back towards you, hands underneath, hinge forward, shoulders back. We want posture. And as you hold, you can sink farther and farther into the stretch. Let's come up and we'll switch. Make sure that toe pulls back. You can lean and reach, but I don't want you putting pressure on this, and we don't want any bouncing action. It's truly a hold and sinking farther and farther in. Back should be as straight as possible. So that's why we're not looking at our legs. We're looking up to make sure that spine is in alignment. Let's come up, right ankle over your left knee. We can't get there. It's in a figure 4 down. Try to flatten as much as we can. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward bend. Let's come up, we'll switch sides. And you'll feel one much easier to get a little bit flatter than the other.
And if you don't know how much exercises we have 3 more.
And let's come up. Arm across our body, pull it in. We can match our fingertips up to our thumb and little circles. Oh, bless you. Switch arms. Don't be afraid to move your neck around a little bit if you find some stickiness or tightness. Release. Hands either can interlace behind us as we stretch and try to open up, or if you're using your chair, you can grab the back of your chair and we lean forward. Shoulder blades should be pinching together. We should try to get our collarbones stretched as much as we can. Lift our chin slightly. Release it down. Interlace in front, thumbs point down. Now, this is the time that I can tell you can see curve. Drop our head, we can shake it. Lengthen up towards the ceiling. Lean and hold to the side. Over the other way. Back up, shoulders roll. With them down and relax, best posture you have. Head tilts, arm can extend, thumb pointing out. Let's switch to the other side. Inhale and exhale, trying to release tension. And let's drop our chin to our chest, keeping our chin down. Our head can gently roll from right to left. And when you're ready, we can slowly come back up. We'll end with 2 big deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Have this be the biggest breath you're going to take today. Inhale forward. And exhale it down. Thank you for joining me in my house. And Ruby, great job, sis. Woohoo. All right. We'll see you again next time.